Hey, hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to build a complete BigQuery Analytics Agent using Google ADK framework. The interesting part of this video is that we are not just building this agent on the locally. We are going to take it through complete development project. Means basically we are going to deploy it in the Cloud Run. So you can access it on the Cloud Run URL. Okay. The benefit of this is like that if you are doing it locally, you are the only person who have the access to it. But when you deploy it and when you are deployed it on the Cloud Run, and if you want to share this Cloud Run URL to the different peoples, okay, so by using this URL those people can use our agent. Okay, so this is the main benefit of deploying our agent into the Cloud Run. And also it's the basically this is the production practice, like means everything you are doing, it's not it on the local, so you always need to deploy it into the somewhere. So for this Cloud Run deployment is the best choice. Okay, so if you see on my screen, there is the architecture diagram. Okay, so I will walk through for this. Okay, so basically what happens when user asks a question. Okay, user asks the question by using the ADK Web UI. Okay, and then this question goes to our Cloud Run BigQuery agent service. Okay, so this agent service actually uses our agent. Okay, based on that it call the relative tool. For example, in our case it will call the BigQuery toolset. In a BigQuery toolset we have the schema of specific table, so it extract the information from that, and again it give to the agent, and our agent finally generate the response. And this part, if you think about this Cloud Run BigQuery.sh, so basically this is the deployment related things. Means when uh, you want to deploy this, so how those things works. Okay, so for example, if you are deploying this using this script, so initially we are creating the cloud build container. Okay, then those docker image are stored in the artifact registry, which internally uses our agent folder. So these are all the things we are going to discuss in the details. Okay, so let's first go through our folder structure. Okay, so if you see the folder structure, so this is my root folder. Okay, in that I have created one folder which is BigQuery agent, and basically in this folder our main agent code init.py and agent.py. Okay, so if you see here in agent.py I have imported agent from this Google ADK agents framework. Okay, also I need here BigQuery toolset, so I am importing this BigQuery toolset here. Also these are the other configuration which we are required, and this is we are using here built-in BigQuery tool. So this is the already developed. Okay, so we are directly importing it and using it. So if you see here, I am using project ID, okay, which is my default project ID. I am extracting, taking it from the .env file. This is also BigQuery project ID is same as our GCP project ID. This is model. Okay, here I am using the Gemini 2.5 plus model. Uh, Here I am blocking I am blocking the write mode. What is the use of this? Because when I use write mode block, so basically it doesn't perform any delete edit operation on our table. And this is the most important for the production, because if some people want to delete some data, okay, so if they ask the agent like delete this table, so our agent automatically delete the table from our production. Okay, production environment. So to avoid these things, we are using write mode is equal to block. So it automatically block this query, this type of query. Okay, here is the BigQuery tool config. BigQuery tool config, we are using this write mode. Okay, and also we are passing the application name BigQuery agent, and we are using this into the BigQuery toolset. Here I am allowing some data sets here. Okay, for example, if you see here, I am using this. Uh, you can see here. Okay, so this is the my GCP project. This is the test data. Okay, which is my data set, and this is the table which I am referring. And if you see here in root agent, we have this, we are using this agent. Inside agent, our agent name, which is BigQuery agent, model, which is the Gemini 2.5 plus, and this is the description of agent, what this agent do. And action is the most important part for our agent. Basically, this instructions contains all the information of our table, which rules or basically the guidelines for the agent, which things it should consider, and all other things comes into the instruction. Okay, and this is the built-in tools. In tools, we are passing our BigQuery toolset. So here is the BigQuery toolset. Basically, what this toolset do, internally it uses our dataset table and generate the SQL query on that data. So this all about the agent. Okay, if you see in init.py, we are just importing our agent. So if I do this, so it automatically goes here in agent.py. Okay, so in this way, we can create simple BigQuery agent. Okay, now we'll comes into the most important part, which is the if we want to deploy it on the production, so what will be the state. So if you see here I am using this environment variable. Okay, so if you see here I am using the GCP project, my GCP project location. I am using Google Gemini use vertex AI is equal to true. Here is our model. Okay, this is our BigQuery dataset, app name, source directory. Basically, source directory is this directory of our main agent directory. And this is the most important part, with UI. Means if you want your cloud run, okay, URL contains the ADK UI, ADK Web UI. So you need this parameter with UI is equal to true, and with UI flag is equal to underscore with UI. Okay, so these are the most important things. This basically these things are we are going to use in the our deployment file, which is the if you see here our deployment file, this uh, this cloud run UI.ss. Okay, so we are using all those environment variable into that. This is the well authenticated methods. Okay, and this is service, our service account, and these are the some of the configuration which we required for our cloud run. Next thing, if you uh, see our requirement.txt file. In our requirement.txt, we are giving the our Google ADK. Here I am using 2.30. Okay, these are the some built-in libraries for BigQuery, like Google Cloud BigQuery, Google Cloud BigQuery Storage. Okay, and this is for authentication. These are the some of the libraries we are keeping it into the requirement.txt file. Okay, now we'll go into the our most important file for today's lecture. This is the cloud run bq.ui.ss. So what it will do, so as I mentioned, if you want to means let's do it means if you see. Okay, now I will run it locally. Okay, okay, and I run it locally. If you see, we are getting this URL. Okay, and this is the local URL. But if you want to if you share if you want to share this with the different people, so you can't share, because this all code are your in your local. Okay, so to deploy this in production, okay, we are using this cloud run bqui.sh. Okay, so it will also do the same URL like ADK web. Okay, we will going to see actual cloud run URL and how we got this. Okay, so I will firstly explain this cloud run bqui.sh to you, what this script will do. Okay, basically, first things, this script take all the environment variables, okay, which we are in the env file. You see here, it will import all those environment variables into here. You see here, environment file.env. It will take all the environment variables. Okay, storing it into the specific required variables things. Okay, If you see, this could store all these values in that required variables. Then what we are doing, we are using these things. Okay, if you see here, we are checking the source directory, agent.py, init.py, those requirement.txt. Those are the mandatory fields uh, to deploy our application in the production. Okay, so here I am checking all the files are exist or not, including the folder directory and all those things. Okay, so next thing is like that, here I also checking the authentication and all other things. uh, we have this specific authentication or all the other things I am checking here. Here I am setting this or in config variable or Google Cloud project. Also, if you see here, uh, for to deploy it into the production, we need to enable some services. So those services I am enabling using the gcloud command. So if you see here, we are need to enable run Google APIs, also some cloud-built things, artifact registry, AI platform APIs, BigQuery Google APIs. Those things we are enabling before the deploy. Okay, and here are the runtime environment variable. Basically, these environments we are needed in the cloud to deploy our script. Okay, so if you see, these are the some basic configuration which I mentioned you, like we are using 2 GB RAM, 2 CPU, our cloud runtime out is 3600 seconds. Okay, it's around 1 hour. Okay, so minimum instance, maximum instance, everything I have written here. Okay, so if you want to change something, so you can directly change in this file. Okay, as of now we are using the means we are allowing all unauthenticated. Okay, but in real we use this authenticated things. Okay, so in that time we have some authentication token and all those things. Okay, and this is the most important things. If you see, I hope initially I have show you this with UI plan. Okay, so basically what happened, if you want to like means if you click on your cloud run URL. Okay, and if you want to see ADK type UI, so you need to enable this things. Okay, if you don't want to see the UI, so then by default you should keep it off. Okay, so in that time means if you not included this, so you can't see any ADK like UI in your script, in your actual production. Okay, these are the some of the variables I am exporting. Okay, and if you see, this is our the main script in ADK deploy cloud run. So we are using this ADK deploy cloud run. This is the main command, you can say, which uses project, region, service name, app name. Okay, with UI flag, a source directory, cloud run arguments, all those things are here. Okay, so if you want to see, now I will going to deploy this. So if you want to deploy this, so how you are deploy this, you just need to do, okay, let me clear those things. I just need to do here cloud run bqui.dataset. It automatically running our deployment script. Okay, so if you see here, is checking Google Cloud authentication first. Okay, so it updating our project, enabling some required APIs which we needed. Okay, after that, if you see here, this is my project, region, my app name, service name, source directory, my service account, this one, and this ADK UI is the most important thing. I am repeating this again and again. If you don't use this ADK UI one, so if if you click on that URL, you don't get any view of that ADK UI. So this is most important. As of now, my access is public, so I am keeping this for some time. After that, I am going to delete this cloud and service. Okay, for your understanding purpose, I am keeping it in the public access. Uh, here actually our script is, if you want to check the complete script, this is the our complete script here. ADK deploy cloud run, it uses this project id, region, service name, app name. All those things are like that, means we are keeping all those things into that .env. Okay, so all things comes here: project id, allow authenticated, maximum instance, timeout, memory. Okay, this all those things are the basic is, it's nothing but our environment variable. Mm, you see, now we are deploying this. I hope the script work. Yeah, so I will show you the actual things in the cloud run. So basically same things, it means you can do this using the CI/CD pipeline, but in ADK UI you use this cloud run deploy this command. Okay, it's automatically create the Docker file for you, store this Docker file into the artifact registry. To see here, firstly it created the Docker file. Okay, after that it you store this Docker file into the some registry. So if you see here, yes, our deployment is successful. Okay, so now I'm going to this Cloud Run service here. Okay, so our agent deployed successfully. Now I want to check it here. Okay, I'm I am going to the Cloud Run. Okay, in Cloud Run, I am going here. Okay, if you see in services, we just deployed our agent 1 minute ago. Okay, so if I click it on here, this is our actual agent. Okay, and when I click it into this, you can see we are getting the same UI like ADK Web. Okay, so this is the same UI, but if you see, it's not local one. Here is the actual uh, cloud run URL. Initially in local we are getting 127 or something like that. Okay, so I will ask some questions. Okay, let's check how it's work. I will asking give me the summary of the table data. Okay, so it will asking me the my project ID. Okay, so I will give it. I am giving my table, project ID, table details, everything. So let me find my project ID. So I am giving these things. Okay. Let's see it will understand it or not. Okay. So it will giving me the a summary of my data. Okay. Table. So if I ask like that, give me the list of product. We have. Let's see what we will do. Basically, here we are accessing the our deployed agent on the cloud. Okay, so these are the some of the products. And if you want to see the SQL query, na, you also see here. Okay, I will go it into the here. See where I can find this. Uh, They recently changed the UI. So you can see here our total prompt token, okay, total candidate token, total token use, all things you are seeing here, okay, and this is our raw JSON. So here you can see actual query, okay. So I am talking about this. So basically, this is the NL2 SQL agent. Na? So it will automatically convert your user questions into the uh, SQL, okay, and then you are getting the response. Let's me ask another question, which is like in the product customer name, which has highest stock price. Okay, let's see what it will do. If you see, it will we are getting the product name, okay, which is product 025, and it has the highest price, which is 988.64. So this way you can build any agent, okay, and deploy it into the production. So basically, thank you friends, thank you for watching. This is all about today's video. Yeah, thank you.